And here we are once again, live Wednesday at noon, the High Noon Hemp Show, every Wednesday on the Temptations Beach Facebook page. If I sound a little off today, I'm a little under the weather. It's what I've often said: interaction with your family, no good can come of it. That's what happened yesterday. This is the day after Christmas, of course. I'm Joe Clare, and live from Hemp Quarters, the man himself, Beach. Beach, how are the things in the holidays land of Temptations?
The Holidays Land of Temptations. I like it, man. That could be like a movie or something.
Let's get started.
Probably not. Probably not on Hallmark, but they don't understand hemp either. So things are great. Welcome everyone to episode 5, season 2 of the High Noon Hemp Show. As my partner over there has said, I am Beach. He is Joe, and we are here. We are here to hemp entertain you.
Hey, there you go.
That is why we are here, for some hemp entertainment. You mentioned the holidays. I hope everyone had a great Hempmas, even if it was a day off. It's one of 2 days out of the year where I can put my feet up and know that the stores aren't open. Everything is fine. It's okay to not be open for no other reason. Today specifically is the first day of Kwanzaa. So, if you celebrate Kwanzaa, happy first day of Kwanzaa.
Is it Happy Kwanzaa, or is it Merry Kwanzaa, or is there some other?
I say it any way you want to. Anyone that's picky about it should just shut up.
Have a magnificent Kwanzaa. There you go.
That's right.
It's mine.
Superintendent. Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Kwanzaa if you want to. It's all good. Today it starts with the day of Umuja. I know I'm saying that wrong. What it is the day of unity, and so the first day of Kwanzaa, you are to celebrate your family, your community, those around you. So that being said, I love my family. I love my hemp community. I love my employees that keep the thing running as I sit high upon the hemp quarters up here talking about hemp. So when it comes to unity, hemp is probably no better. It's one of those things that the unity of the grassroots movement has brought us to the days of hemp and where we are currently with that. And so, again, happy, merry, whatever you want to say. And Kwanzaa is 7 days long. So next week we will celebrate the last day of Kwanzaa. And I will let everybody know what that is when that day comes. And so every day has a different meaning. And you're supposed to celebrate or embrace that for each of those days. It is also Boxing Day. For those of you who don't know out there, the day after Christmas, the 26th of December is Boxing Day.
Great sport.
This is right. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with boxing at all, as far as the sport of boxing. What it is it's actually a day, and this kind of is relative to my world as well. It's a day to give back to those that have served you. Maybe it's your mailman. Maybe it's an employee. Maybe, the garbage guy. The guy that shows up every week to pick up your garbage. Boxing Day was a day, and is a day in the countries that celebrate it. Once again, to give back to those that give every day. Once again, the employees that show up every day, they've gotten their bonus already, and so they've already gotten to celebrate their Boxing Day. But I suppose, all in all, if I was to wait to give them their bonuses, today would be the day, because without them, once again, things don't get done. We tend to forget, and we need to remember the little guy, man, the person that's there every day doing the things that need to get done in this world. But once again, as a believer in doing that every day. Don't just take one day out of the year to appreciate that person, because that really makes them feel bad 364 other days out of the year. And so I personally thanked my garbage man the other day when I was out there. I talked to him for a minute, or whatever. And so, again, it's they like to be appreciated either way, one way or other. So we should do
Absolutely.
that. I did finally come up with Tom's Sith name. For those of you that don't know, last week's show was about the passing of Tom Peck, a longtime friend and employee. I said some words. I gave a little eulogy at his memorial, and when I was leaving last Friday morning, I was like, I have to come up with his Darth name. And I finally came up with it. For those of you that knew it, Tom didn't really change his expressions too much, maybe a little giggle here. He never like frowned for the most part. He never looked sad, no matter what. And so he's tended to always almost react the same way, kind of, for the most part anyway. And so his Sith name is forever going to be Darth Stoic. And it will be Stoic, spelled with an H, because again, if you knew Tom, he was very adamant about letting you know that it was Tom with an H, Thom. And so he will forever be Darth Stoic, spelled Sthoic. And Darth Stoic Day will be May 30th, which was his birthday. He was 44 years old. So anyway, there's a little summary. Finally figured that out, so I thought everybody should know.
For those
Tom
of you
will be sorely missed every day.
For this, for those of you listening to this later, it's season 2, episode 4, the one where we talked about Tom. If you want to go back and watch or listen, that's how you can find it.
That's right. That is correct. Season 2, episode 4. R.I.P. Tom, I think it's labeled. And that being said, my partner in crime over there has finally, finally gotten to posting stuff on YouTube. Completely my fault. For like 2 weeks straight, every other day, he's texting me, send me over the YouTube stuff. So I finally got him the YouTube stuff. So I believe, how many episodes do we have up on YouTube at this point?
The first 6 of
so the first 6.
Yep.
Season 1, first 6 episodes are up, folks. So if you'd rather watch them on YouTube or spread them through YouTube, subscribe to the Jedi Hemp channel on YouTube and watch all the glorious things that we do on our YouTube channel.
And I know Facebook makes it hard to share outside Facebook, but YouTube makes it very easy. So stuff I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So there, yeah.
Plus, maybe people
there
searching for hemp information, they'll come across the show.
Yeah, and I think that'll make it easier for people to go out if they want to go out and show people, even a clip from the show or something. So I know you're watching on Facebook right now, and we appreciate that very much. We do. But we are getting the episodes on YouTube as well. So.
Facebook is limited, to say the least.
Facebook is limited. Facebook is and becoming more limited. And I'll talk about that on the news later too. But Facebook is in fact becoming more limited when it comes to the hemp world. So
yes, that'll help.
Well, that's coming up. So stay tuned in the news segment. You'll find out why hemp. But for now, that's everything going on in the old Temptations world. So we're going to move on down the line to the old product spotlights.
Indeed. First up, and of course, if you ever want any of the products, hemptations.com for locations. There's all the Facebook pages, all that stuff. If you're in the southwestern Ohio area, if you live here, if you're just passing through. If you pass through and you don't go to Hemptations, I have words to say to you that I cannot say here on the air because this is a family-friendly program, so I will bite my tongue, but I'll be very disappointed. Let's put it that way. Very disappointed.
We are conveniently located off of most of the highways in the Cincinnati area. So, yes.
You come through this area, You have to go out of your way to miss in Temptations at this point.
I think so. And, I need some billboards out there, though. I could use some more billboards, so we'll have to look into that. So the first product of today, 4 from the store, 1 from my door, as it goes. These are the Ono t-shirts. And now we print on these. To me, this is the most affordable hemp blend t-shirt on the market, developed by the lovely ladies over at Enviro Textiles. They develop a lot of their fibers and actually had one of their fabrics tested and proved that industrial hemp as a fabric is antimicrobial, antibacterial, all the good antis, I like to say. And so this is one of their products. We need to get. I'm gonna get a hold of them after the show, I think, and get a hold of, because they have some new colors even. So we need to get some new Ono t-shirts in. But these are great, and I love to use them to print on, like I said, because it really helps keep the cost down still, because they're very inexpensive for a hemp t-shirt. For those of you that shop for hemp clothing, you know that it is still semi-expensive, and the fiber is not going to come down just because of the industrial hemp movement in the United States, because it's going to be one of the last things they embrace. But it is a great fiber to invest in as far as being planet friendly and body friendly, for that matter. It doesn't require any herbicides or pesticides to grow the fiber. And the next product is a little bit of fiber, a little bit of reuse, and that's the Splaff products. This is one of their bags, and you can see their strap. When I say reused, their strap is a bicycle tube, I believe. And they also make hemp sandals that we have in the stores. I think Sharonville probably has your best bet for a selection, or the only bet. But the treads are bicycle tire treads that they use for the sandals. And so it's either hemp fabric or reused. They also make a messenger bag, again, with the reused strap and the hemp fabric. These guys have been around for a long time. I fell in love with them the first time I saw their stuff because of the reusing part of it, as much as the hemp fiber part of it. If you have to have some type of something on there that you're not going to make it out of hemp, then finding a product and reusing it is great. I don't know how long a tire tread or a tube would last in the landfill, but it's probably not a short amount of time, to be honest with you. They seem to get holes quite easily, but I doubt they deteriorate quickly. And so to reuse them in a product that's something you can carry every day is great. We love the Splaff, the gang over at Splaff. I probably need to get with them and see what's currently up. The next product, which we just got a fresh batch of, is the H2O. And these drinks, as you can see, comes in 4 or 5 different flavors, I believe. I was actually watching a movie. It was some cannabis related movie, comedy kind of thing, and they're like, I think Hemp 2O might have sponsored it, because they were like panning slowly across the store, and like you could clearly see the Hemp 2O in there. And so I think they're doing well for themselves, making them themselves known. And again, I think they're just using hemp seed at some point or another. But kind of a healthy option, although still high in sugar, don't get me wrong, because I think they are supposed to be kind of a rehydrating drink. They do kind of have a little bit of sugar in them. So, but fun stuff. Just to, again, we just got all the flavors in just recently. And so there they are. And the last product that you can find in the store is the Select CBD products. These guys do both tinctures and disposable vape pens. They do a great job, I think, of their formulating, what they put together. The customers, we just got a fresh batch of this stuff in, actually. The customers tend to like it. We only carry a couple different vapes. One, because the vape world is becoming really bizarre. And two, because really, I think the vape CBD is all we need to carry for our customers. There are so many other vape shops in the world and places to get the vape product. But as far as the CBD vape, and again, they have a couple different flavors and, a couple different things as far as what that vape pen will do. As far as I think they call one a revive, and another one kind of calming or something. And so one can help you get through the day, one can help you get through the night if you need that. I just read somewhere that like 40 to 50%, 40% of the people don't get the right amount of sleep or something.
Yeah.
And that's just, ridiculous. And some of it's medical, as far as they don't sleep soundly, or they can't, they do, just for whatever reason, anxiety, whatever. And some of it is, of course, because they just push themselves to the limit. I think too much. We're a lot of customers are finding that CBD can help with those issues, and so that's why I bring it up. The one from my door. This is a very interesting product. I found these, I think, once again on eBay years ago, but this is actually, and it's I can't tell by the picture, but this is like a bag that's probably 6 to 8 inches square, and it has bamboo carbon filter on the inside, and so it's kind of an air purifying. I have one under the seat of my car. I sleep. Usually, I travel and sleep with one close to me, and so we do know that carbon filter is great for filtering odor. That being said, carbon filter also works very well for filtering toxins and other things. I don't know how much it's really removing from the air and helping me, but I like to think that it's helping do a little bit of a good job of keeping my air and keeping even odors, where you don't want them. Throw it in. It kind of works like a cedar ball would in a drawer too, so you could throw it in with clothes that tend to be stored for long periods of times, and I think it would help keep them fresh, so to speak. And so there you have it, folks. 4 from the store, 1 from my door, as we continue on the High Noon Hemp Show.
Indeed, I do want to take this
Joe, I know.
Thank Bob and Matthew in the chat area on Facebook, and everyone else.
Thanks, guys.
Watching.
Lee Dog. I've never called him Lee Dog before, but what up, Lee?
So yes, I'm running out of ways to describe the next segment. I've probably gone way too far with the hyperbole, probably a long time ago, but it doesn't matter. It is the greatest single thing that has ever happened in the history of the world. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say things like this.
The history of the world. We are moving up, folks. We are moving
the world famous
up.
beachwear segment. What are you wearing, Beach?
What are you wearing, Beach? Well, today, Joe, as you love to ask, because it is the most popular part of the show.
Best thing ever. Ever happened.
Head to toe, and it does feel weird that this is, in fact, the 3rd week in a row that I have worn black. But there is a purpose and a reason. I at least went natural with some of it, so I pepped it up a little bit. It's not all black. The hat is the Zuzify hats that we sell. We do have some of those in the store, kind of the trucker style, very inexpensive hemp hat. But the real reason is my Prana sweatshirt. Now, I do have my hemp hoodlamp jacket on in the one picture, which, as we know, keeps me warm. But my hemp sweatshirt there, that's a big shout out to my oldest boy. He got that for me. I believe that I have developed his hemp eye because he was going through the local, he was going through the local REI shop here in Cincinnati, and lo and behold, he came across a whole display of Prana hempware.
Wow.
And so he got me this, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. And so that's why I had to go black the day after Hempmas, because this was a fine gift from my oldest, my Prana hemp sweatshirt, and I love it. It's very comfortable. And so then we have move on down to the Orvis jeans, the Orvis pants there. And got my I Love Bad boxer briefs on. These guys are, I found these guys, I believe, on Amazon with the briefs recently, doing some searching for some undergarment type stuff made out of hemp. The hemp socks are the Satori leaf socks, and the Sauconys are part of their vegan line of shoes, actually. So those hemp Sauconys are actually vegan. So I always like to brag about that when I can. Not necessarily being a vegan, but I do love the idea of why use an animal in something if you don't have to use the animal in something, because that just seems kind of weird. So there you have it, folks. If you woke up this morning and you said, I just have to know, what are you wearing, Beach? There you have it. From head to toe, that's what I'm wearing.
I was thinking when you were talking about Christmas, it's got to be difficult to find hemp products for you that you haven't come across yet, and like be able to show you, something that you don't have. It's got to be quite a task. So,
Yeah, I would say yes. I would say no. It is true to just blindly go out and find a hemp product that I probably already have would be tough. But there, so much hemp out there these days. There's so much hemp out there, honestly, that it would definitely be easier now than even maybe 5-10 years ago. But I do have a lot of hemp, and it is tough to find me hemp stuff. But clothes is kind of a no-brainer because even if I already had a hemp shirt exactly like the hemp shirt you bought me, the hemp shirt you bought me would definitely get worn.
Go in the rotation.
It would go in the rotation, and it would be appreciated. I think the worst thing that happens is and this happens a lot, and I don't rail about this enough, is when some hemp company sends me a T-shirt with their hemp name on it, and it's made out of cotton. That's the one. That's the one over the years that, and
with the popularity
we're
of the
seeing
show,
it more and more.
That stuff should just be rolling in. The companies wanting to get their brand out there.
Oh, that's not what I'm asking for, but hey, make it if you are going to send me a product from your hemp company, some hemp marketing company or a marketing for your hemp company, and you have hemp in the name of your company, don't send me a cotton T-shirt.
Yeah.
No, I'll give it to one of the employees. That's not true. That's not true. I will give that to the employees, so the employees will wear it. We will support that product. But I personally, and I usually do this, usually I'll pick a T-shirt for that out for Mary maybe, or I will just be like, no, I have enough cotton T-shirts. I don't need any more cotton T-shirts. That's for sure. If it's hemp, I'll take it all day long. But anyway, so there we have it, folks. Moving on into the news segment, we got some big news, big news.
Indeed.
The Farm Bill has been signed by number 45. So the Agricultural Improvement Act of 2018 is now law. That's right. It is law. Now, again, for those of you that may or may not have been paying attention, what this does is this takes any approved industrial hemp cultivar seed off the controlled substance list. So you still have to be a legal state. It's still leaving the states to follow the guidelines of the agricultural acts, which define industrial hemp. The big thing there is the 0.3% or less THC. But it also states you to grow the hemp in the state. So, Ohio, if you're listening, all you got to write some paperwork, start taking some licenses, make sure that they're legal industrial cultivars, and we can start growing. Until then, Ohio. But this really makes it a lot easier. Every piece of that, they have to find every seed has to go through the DEA, or had to go through the DEA. And so here we go off the controlled substance list within it. It's just the FDA is warning everyone that you can't put CBD in food. And the big deal is nothing's changed. So we sell CBD supplements. We don't know what in the store will make a medical claim. We don't make medical claims. So change anything, sound all huffy puffy by saying, well, we've already warned these big name companies out for medical claims. Those companies don't make medical claims on their product. They're no longer making medical claims on their website, blah, blah, blah. And so be regulations of selling supplements. And if law enforcement came in, we'd probably to the agricultural and the HIA versus DA of 2004, because this is an industrial hemp. This is not extracted from marijuana. The FDA only regulates CBD from marijuana, as we know was their new election just approved, and that's why the DEA rescheduled CBD from industrial hemp, because it's not scheduled. And so it's going to make it a lot better for the farmers. The thing is going to be interesting how that plays out, I suppose. I don't know. Have we seized up?
There is
no. We're not, I don't know if we're online.
Something
It seems
going
like
on.
we
The
might be
audio
seizing up.
had some problems with the video.
There's a
Seems to be
glitch out there, but
real problems. I'm not sure what happened to the video. It is, and I think there's really nothing on my end that I can do to get things going. I think things have, well, no, maybe. See, I hate. There's one pet peeve
maybe
I have with all
Facebook
this
shut us down.
podcasting is the technical.
I can see you moving, but
issues.
not moving. But I don't know if anybody can hear me out there. You guys can still hear me?
The audio from you is kind of choppy, but the video is just is kaput.
Right?
I don't know. Is completely frozen. Has never happened before in what now 17 episodes.
I'm kind of moving again, but moving
the show. I think it's something on your end as far as like the internet feedback coming back to us.
Right.
So if you have anything on there, like anything like maybe streaming, you shut it off. I think you're back. Of course, maybe it's wishful thinking. No, because you've frozen again as soon as I said that.
I hope not. Yeah.
Jumana and says we can hear and see you both.
Right.
I don't know. I have no
I don't
idea
know if,
what goes out to Facebook.
Anyway.
This is all very annoying.
We'll right. Anyway, on and finish up. We've done well. We're getting through it real quick. Like, hopefully, you can at least hear me
Yeah, a lot of the audio is
Even
coming
though
through.
you don't need to see me anyway. Yeah. Did just find a study of bees and industrial hemp out in Colorado that there are different species of bees that are using hemp in one way or another out of 60 or so in the state. And so that's very positive for those that are out there. The dilemma of the bee die every winter is part of their. But over the years, we are seeing an abnormal amount of now. I mean, largest source, I say, is our largest pollinants that we need to survive. It's very important that don't let the bees die completely. It would be awful. So it's good to see that the bees are pollinating, using the pollen of the hemp, anything or transfer any type of whatever into the honey or whatever they use to survive with. But this is obviously a positive plant for the bee ecosystem in Colorado. I think the greatest thing is I don't know if he meant to make the play on words, but he said the student, I believe, that was doing the study, when he walked out into the field, all he could hear was buzz, buzz, buzz. So, it just goes to prove that, yes, you can hear a buzz in the industrial hemp fields. There's some philosophical question there somehow. If you're not in a hemp field, bee flies by, does it buzz? Anyway, so that was pretty neat. More positive stuff is no joke. The one and only this week is the Friday. Will be in Lexington, Kentucky, at the Drinking Liberally Lexington / Kentucky branch. Doing my hemp. Going to be at Renato's.
Well, now I'm hearing nothing.
I'll put that up on.
There we go. There's something.
I know I need to update some stuff on the website, so I'll get that up as quickly. At Hemp. Maybe if I see well, folks, question. Don't have a question. Does the FDA change anything in the CBD industry? And I say no. When it comes to CBD supplements from industrial hemp. That being said, I'm going to wish all of you a wonderful rest of your holidays time. We will see you next year. It will be next year when we are back. And until then, reduce, reuse, recycle. Make everything else out of hemp. Having temptations?
Absolutely. We'll see you next year. And by the way, if you experience technical difficulties on your end, I apologize for that. I'm not sure what went out and what didn't go out. But it was a rather extended period of weird video stuff and kind of choppy audio, at least on what I was hearing, like what everybody was hearing on Facebook. Hopefully it was better than that, and hopefully you got the information. Hemptations.com, of course, for the About page and the stores and all that stuff. And of course, keep following the Facebook page as well every Wednesday, high noon Eastern time on the old Facebook. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.